Good morning. Guess who's back? Back in town. Good morning, Foxes. How the devil are you? How's your day been so far? Did you watch the coronation yesterday? We like a bit of pomp and circumstance, don't we? What a day it was, but a little bit noisy for my book. So how's your weekend been? Did you enjoy yesterday? Man City beat Leeds. It's a start. Another rival of ours didn't get any points. You know what day it is? It's Sunday. It's 9:30 a.m. It's the summertime shows. It's time for the famous Foxes Aftermath show run by the fans, for the fans. And you know what? Your opinion matters. Get them comments in now. Let's get it going. It's kickoff time. Come on, you Foxes.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Morning all, how the devil are you? No, I'm not early. It's summertime. It's summertime show. And if you've been watching me long enough, you know it's 9:30 every morning for the next 6 months. It's all good. Morning, Mark. How are you? Yes, top of the morning to you. I hope you're well. Morning, GPM. Oh, I think that's Graham Moore, I think. Morning, pal. Facebook user, morning, welcome back around that. Just click the link. That's all you've got to do. Just click the link so we can see who it is. Yes, Facebook user, massive game. Aggie, how you doing, strange? I'm not that strange. Am I really, Aggie? I'm not 100% strange. Time for a big draw tomorrow. It better not be a draw. It better not be. Dave, good morning, Jamie. We just need to keep winning. We need to start winning as well. We've had 5 points from the last 3 games. Forget the Man City game. That's just a shot in the dark. That was a bit of a free hit. That was, but no. 5 points from 3 games, not bad. A bit more luck. We might have got to 9 out of 9 if we had a bit more luck. Yes, I know they were offside against the Leeds. The penalty, yes. Just that needed that little bit of more luck, and we might have got 9 out of 9. Dean Smith's 3 out of first 4 games we would have got. I would take a draw, but would love a win. Brett, I think we need wins now more than a draw. The points, I think the points mean prizes this time, and the prize is 3 points. Is Mitrovic back yet? I don't think, Alfie, I don't think Mitrovic is back yet, but a man that will know, and my saviour for the last 4 weeks who stepped into the breach for me, young Reedy. How are you, Reedy? How are you, pal? Headphones.
There you go.
There
we go. How are you
Better
doing?
late than never. Mitrovic, is he back yet or is he still banned? I'm not sure.
One last game banned for our game.
So this is the last game.
Mm-hmm.
Good. No. Chris has just answered that as well. Sorry about that, Jamie. Oh yeah, I think he's on about he was on YouTube. It is Maxine. It's a must win, isn't it, Reedy? Monday. It's a must win.
Well, we've said that for the last 2 games, haven't we? And it's still the case now. And again, with the 4 games we've got left, you'd probably say this is the easiest. Fulham are on the beach, so we've got to go there wanting the win and needing the win, because if we get that win and the other teams lose after us tomorrow night, we would be in a brilliant position to be above the relegation zone and stay up, because at the moment, as much as people are saying that it's good news that we're out of the relegation zone after Everton game, I'm sorry, I wasn't saying that at all. It's not good enough.
It's only on goal difference, though, isn't it? I know our goal difference is better than the other clubs below, but it's still only on goal difference. I know that makes a huge difference, but just think what 4 points would have made us, lads and lasses. If we'd got them 4 points against Leeds and Everton, then I would have been saying, yes, we're out the relegation zone by 4 clean points, and that's a huge difference. But goal difference, yes, I know that makes a point, but we're only out on goal difference at the minute, isn't it? Aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't happy that, but the positives was that we're out the relegation zone, because it's just on goal difference. Yes, the goal difference doesn't matter by the end of the season because it could keep us up. But and again, I always say that we don't want to rely on other teams, but you do in the case of if you're winning, you want the other teams to lose. But if you lose, you're going to have to rely on them to lose as well. But again, you go into the Fulham game tomorrow having to want to win again. I think it's easier than the Leeds and Everton game because Leeds and Everton do need the points as much as us. So going into the Fulham game, are they going to be a bit more casual on the ball? Probably, hope so, because we need to be in there and be fighting for the ball every time because we weren't winning any second balls against Everton, and that's what we need to start doing to keep hold of the ball.
Yeah, do you think it was the team select? Well, I don't know. The team selection that made it because we played 2 central defensive midfielders. You would have thought we were going to pick up them second balls, but like you say, we didn't actually do it, and they had like 23 attempts on goal, and we had 15. It made it a bit difficult for us, didn't it?
It was just an open game. You could say you need to do better defending wise, but they did it just as bad by not defending because we had like you say, 16 shots on target or 16 shots in total or whatever. But again, it's always going to be like that down the bottom. It's not going to be an easy game where you just defend everything and you get a clean sheet. It's not going to be like that now.
No. I think you mean tomorrow, Chris. It's Notts Forest, Southampton's tomorrow, pal. Is it? Yeah, it's tomorrow, isn't it? Monday.
Yeah. But yeah, again, I can't see any game now going to the end of the season being a clean sheet. It'll be brilliant to get clean sheets, but it's just going to be very tough to. Every game is going to be tough. Like I say, it's not going to be an easy game. And again, for me, Everton probably did look the better side for me, but the way I'm looking at it is the last 3 games have been unbeaten, and we've got to keep it that way. If we keep it like that, I honestly think we'll stay up.
Yeah. On the team selection, Smith made 3 changes to face Everton, didn't he? He bought Vardy instead of Nacho because of the injury. Thomas for Christensen and Will for Tete.
Yeah.
What kind of changes do you think he, or if any, he will make? Because Thomas Rendidi didn't really make a big impact, did they? Thomas looked a little bit lost. So I'm not sure, really. I mean, the only replacement you can do for Thomas is Christensen, isn't it? Because Ricky P is not fit enough yet, is he? So no. I think it's got to be a straight swap for Christiansen for Thomas.
People are saying Christensen's hot-headed at times. He has not been greatest the last few games.
Well, don't we need that bit of hot-headedness?
That's what I honestly think. That's what we do need. I think we need a bit of that fight in him. When we played against Villa, when we won that game against him away, you saw the passion in him. I think that was maybe his first game in the team, and you saw how much he cared for the win. So for me, he has to be back in. And I'm gonna eat my own words. I did say about Vardy I don't want him to start another game because he's not looking like he's going to score a single goal at the end of the season. He's doing well, but that is because we're using him to his strengths. I'm sorry, but
correct. We're using him to his strengths. That is what I've been saying all season about Brendan Rodgers sucking the life out of players and not playing to the strengths. Dean Smith
I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to see the reason why. I'm not saying I was wrong in backing Rodgers, but I was backing him because it was the only option we had. So going into it now, you can see Siunchu's coming back on the side and he's being absolutely world class. Vardy's coming back in and he's doing well.
Good. Even though he conceded 4 goals, Reader, the defence looks a lot more solid.
Yes, we're still conceding some sloppy goals like Stanier giving the penalty away, but it's you can see how we'd be out of this position right now if Siunchu started the rest of this. We had Siunchu in the team,
and if it hadn't taken 26 games to realise that Danny Ward wasn't really a number 1 keeper, and we've got Everson in who's made some absolutely blinding saves. But would you bring Tete back in instead of Wilf and move Maddison back into the middle instead of on the right? Or would you bring in Dennis Pratt? Because all four games Smith has played, he's used Dennis Pratt.
Yeah, well, I've in the tier, like the tactics taught me and Sam did the other day, I was going to basically alluding to the point of we need to just sack off the wingers. I'm sorry, but Barnes was just useless. Barnes has been useless since he's been back. I don't know why people are asking for him to be back, all because of his stats. I'm sorry, he's been poor. Tete is just as awful. I thought at times he can do a bit of skill, but again, he's not great. So for me, you sack off the wingers, you play 2 up front. Yes, people might not agree with Patson Daka, but he's the only other the only other striker we've got. Use him. If you use Vardy to his strengths, if you use Daka to his strengths, I'm sure he will score goals. I'm sorry, but I still think there's something in there with Daka. And then midfield wise, I'd bin off Yuri Tillemans. I'd put Sumare and Dennis Pratt in the midfield, Maddison in the attacking position, and I've put Mendy in the more of a defensive role.
I agree with Aggie Frith there. Barnes needs to step up, but we've been saying it so long now, haven't we, Reedy? I think Aggie will agree. We've been saying this about Barnes for, I don't know, a good year.
We know there's quality there at times, but the problem is it's 1 in 10 games he brings that out. It's not good enough, and he's getting to the age now where he's meant to be in his prime. He's not, and nowhere near that.
Yeah, he is, but he's not, is it? I mean, what was the report that I think Spurs wanted him? Spurs and Villa want him or something.
Please do, you can have him.
I won't go, please do. I'd put up a bit of a fight for him, but I know what you mean. But yes, Barnes did have a hand in the goal for Cags. And he also won
the penalty that we completely fluffed up.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying earlier about it. Whoever the Facebook user is, whoever the comment, I can't tell you who it was because I can't see your name. Like I said earlier, Reedy, we just needed that. We need that bit of luck. The Leeds game, both goals were offside. Yeah, clearly offside. The Sumari one, he couldn't do anything about it. He just hit him. Vardy could have just held his run, just that little bit against Leeds, just a half a yard less. The penalty against Everton, why the hell did Maddison take it? There was Tillemans there, Vardy there. Even I would have given it to Soyuncu because he'd have just larruped it down the middle.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, but anybody, at least I was sitting next to someone, the Scouser, but he was from Chester, but he wasn't. He was a Tranmere supporter, so I enjoyed talking to him more than because he weren't a Liverpool or Everton fan. And even he said, "Why is Maddison taking the penalty?" And I said, "I haven't got a clue. I have not got a clue why he's taking the penalty. Whether it's something he'd got a fantastic celebration because he just announced that he's having twins, I don't know. But Maddison's last penalty in the league was 2019 against Cardiff, and he missed that as well.
Yeah. Well, for me, that goal there could be season defining. That could literally kill us off in the relegation if we don't stay up, because if we need 2 points to stay up, or even 1 point, that game could have cost us. Yes, you could name many games this season where if we got any more points than we did, we would stay up. But in that position there, to win the game 3-1 or even 4-1 in the second half, you've got to take it. Yeah. And someone like Maddison, you should not be taking that ball off Yuri Tillemans.
But he didn't though. He didn't. On the TV, you look at it because you're at the ground. So I don't know.
Because Yuri had it in his hands.
Well, you're the same end though, aren't you? You're the same end as the penalty, aren't you? So that was me. It happened against when did Nacho take the penalty? Wolves. Tillemans had the ball then in his hands, but he gave it Nacho, and it was the same then.
Maybe it is the thing with Dean Smith saying that his first and second choices are Nacho and Maddison, which I kind of said fair play, but
Maddison wasn't playing against Wolves, did he? And Nacho took the penalty. Well, I don't understand this routine of Tillemans having the ball and then giving it to someone else, and he's standing on the penalty spot. I don't understand what that little thing does. Tillemans, did you see the penalty against Brighton, the Brighton penalty against Man U the other day? McAllister.
Yeah.
Hot corner with pace and power. Not a bloody pansy puff down the centre of the goal. You don't take penalties like that nowadays. It's either hard and low or hard into the top corner.
With Nick's comment there, though, as much as you say when did Vardy last miss a penalty, we all, as much as we want to disagree with how he puts it away, we know where he's putting it, and more than likely not now, it's going to probably get saved because of how he does it so often.
I think Vardy's missed 4 penalties in his time. Anyway, really, I've got a bone to pick with you.
Oh, here we go.
7 years ago today, we lifted the trophy. I've come out with my Premiership winning shirt on, and you've come out with Where is your Premiership? 7 years ago today, pal, the dream started. Where's yours?
Again, 6 years or whenever it was, when I was like 16, I was a lot less big. So
Oh, you mean your shoulders have got bigger and you can't fit into it anymore?
yeah, I've got bigger. Yeah, I've grown up. So yeah, we've not all turned from 40 to 50.
Tom says, even I think I'd have saved the penalty. Yes, probably because I wouldn't have been able to even move by that time. I'd probably been that knackered. I'd have just stood there waiting for it to come down my throat. But yeah, everyone, 7 years ago today, absolutely fantastic. How time flies, really. Bloody hell. And now look at the situation we're in now. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Fixtures. We all know our fixtures, don't we? We've got Fulham, Newcastle, Liverpool, and West Ham, haven't we? I know not in that order, but we've got them 4. Reedy, tell us who the others, or show us who the other teams have got.
So Southampton left. So if you want to bring it up, the first one, Southampton's on there. I'll zoom in a bit more so you can see a bit better. So Southampton tomorrow have got Forest away. Then they've got Fulham, Southampton have at home, then Brighton, and then Liverpool on the final day. And as after looking at that, actually, they're a bit easier than I thought.
Yeah, because you've looked at them and you've got Forest and Southampton tomorrow night. What result would you want? Do you want a draw or do you want Forest to win to keep Southampton down there? What do you need?
I've said a draw. As much as people want Forest down there, for me, I don't want Southampton getting back in the equation. I don't want them to get back into this situation where they could stay up.
You just said they've got an easier run in. Their last 2 games, you've got Brighton going for Europe, Liverpool going for Europe.
It's the 2 before that. I think if they can get 1 to 4 points in them 2 games, they honestly could stay up.
Yeah. So what about Everton's fixtures? We know Everton play Brighton tomorrow, don't they? So who have Everton got then, pal?
Everton, 1 second. Everton have got Brighton away, then Man City at home, then Wolves away, and then Bournemouth at home. So again, we're looking at it. Every team have got 2 easier games and 2 really hard ones.
Yeah. Wolves and Bournemouth, the last 2 games are like on the beach, aren't they?
Yeah.
So it's going to be very difficult, isn't it? To see. I don't know. It's difficult. Like you say, Southampton have got 2 easy-ish and 2 hard-ish. Sorry, it's my summer hours, Neil. Sorry, pal. So it's going to be difficult to see where the points are going to come from each team because they've got 2 hard, 2 easy. So who have Leeds got now then, Reedy?
Leeds have got...
Because they've only got 3 games left now, haven't they? Because they played yesterday.
Yeah, so Leeds have got Newcastle at home, West Ham away, and Spurs at home. So
they've got tough games because Newcastle need points for Europe, West Ham need points to stay up, and Spurs is probably the easiest game, really, isn't it?
That's saying something, isn't it?
Yeah. Leeds at home, Spurs away. Leeds at home to Spurs is their easiest game, I would have thought.
Maybe the West Ham, because by then they might be on the beach as well, because they'll know they're staying up and they've got the Conference League to play with.
We'll look at West Ham's games in a minute. We know they've got Leeds, they've got 2 other games, but it just depends on they've got their semi-final this week, haven't they? Come in the conference. If they get to the final, their minds might not be on it, and they might get drawn back in it. They're only 4 points away, really. Yeah. So we've looked at West Ham. So we've got now. Oh, let's look at the trees, shall we now?
So Forest have got obviously Southampton at home, like we said earlier. Then we've got Chelsea away, which hoping Chelsea pull out of the bag somehow there. Obviously with them just getting a win last night. Then they've got Arsenal away. At home. So that could be big if Arsenal could win that as well, because they're challenging for the title. And then Palace on the final day away. So again, another 2 easier, 2 hard, like most teams.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, isn't it? It's going to be tough. I mean, if you go like you say, you've got too hard, too easy. Just one. I think West Ham are still in there. Put West Ham's up there now, Reedy. I think West Ham are still in there. I know they're only 4 points off, but if they lose tonight against Man U, which more than likely they will lose.
No, they've still got quite a lot of games to go because that's just because it's the
How many
Conference
have they
League.
got then? Yeah, but that's got you've got the cup
1, 2,
games there
3,
as well, haven't
4.
you?
Yeah, they have got 4, but yeah.
I mean,
so
they've got Man U
today,
West Ham,
West
Leeds,
Ham.
and then what's their last day?
No,
of the
they haven't
season?
got West. They haven't got West Ham. They've got Brentford.
Oh, us.
Yeah, and then us on the final day.
Yeah. It's going to be.
They've got an easier. They've got an
easier running, but with them two cup semi-finals, then we don't actually know. It's going to be difficult for them. Reedy, can you put up the last day of the season for me, if you can?
Yeah.
The last Premier fixtures of the last day of the season, because I know there's some. We've got West Ham, Forest have got Palace, you said, and I think Southampton have got. Is this the last day?
I'm just trying to find it.
It's the 22nd.
1 second. Matches.
And just scroll down. See, me and Reedy were really prepared for this.
Here we go. I think.
There we go.
There
right,
you go.
So you look at them fixtures, the last day of the season. Like, I mean, you can forget the Man U's, Arsenal Wolves, forget that one. Villa Brighton, forget that one. Brentford, Man City, Chelsea, Newcastle. The important ones here: Palace, Forest, Everton, Bournemouth, Leeds, Spurs. Them middle four fixtures there are the really crunch games, aren't they? Palace, Forest, Everton, Bournemouth, Leeds, Spurs, bottle jobs, and Leicester, West Ham, and even I think Southampton had Liverpool. So
Southampton are going to make sure they're up before that.
It's tough, isn't it? Yes, I think Southampton will be gone by then, but it's just I don't know. It's really. I
don't want it to go. I do not want it to go to the final day. I think if we can pick up 4 points in the next 3 games, as in maybe hopefully a win tomorrow and then a draw out of hopefully either Liverpool or Newcastle. I know it's going to be hard, but if we can, then I honestly think we'll win. I think we'll stay up if we get a win and a draw in the next 3 games.
Just said, don't worry about other teams. 2 wins or 2 draws and a win. Another 5. Do you think 5 points will be enough, Reedy? Or even...
I think 3 points will be enough at this point. I honestly think it will. Again, a win and a draw will make the pressure go onto the other teams again. The teams around us as well. As much as they might have easier games, it's not going to be easy for them situations because they're struggling as well. So.
See, Ryan's just made a good point. As a West Ham fan, we play better when we play midweek matches. Makes no sense. I think it's continuity, isn't it? Because we sort of did that in Europe, didn't we? When we had it every week, when we were playing twice a week, we started to play better. So I understand where it's coming from, but it does make no sense. Normally, you'd feel a lot more tired and knackered playing all them games, but. It's in our own hands, isn't it, Reedy? It's in our own hands. Let's get rid of that one now.
Is it though? Is it though?
Yes. We can't lose all our games. We can't lose the next 4 games and stay up. We need to get some wins or points. Not just wins, points. Definitely wins, maybe points. We need, like you say, 4 or 5 points might save our bacon. But we need other results to go well for us. I've been saying this before. I remember having not an argument with Locks when he was on. He kept saying it's not in our hands when we were going for European places. That sounds stupid, doesn't it? When you're saying that, and now we're saying exactly the same. It's not in our hands, but it is in our hands.
I wish it was in our hands as much as we say it is, because again, we go to Fulham tomorrow, and it is easier than Leeds and Everton for me. You go into that game and you have to be the better team. They are on the beach at the moment. Yes, they're still winning games here and there, but we want the win. We've got to go for it, and it's easier than the last 2. So we've got to go and win. If we don't win, then we're just going to make it even harder for ourselves, and it won't be in our hands.
I read this the other day, Maxine, as well. Nacho could be back. Do you think that's rushing him back a bit for the last 2 games? Would you play him if he was like 50% fit, have him on the bench and come off for the last half hour? Or... Maybe
come on if he's 50%. But again, I wouldn't risk. It's like Pereira. The moment we got him back, we kept pushing him back and he kept getting injured. So I wouldn't rush him back. If he's fit enough to be on the bench, he should be able to start. But
Yeah.
I would use him if he's fit enough. But if he's not, I wouldn't risk it.
Yeah. Like Ian Superfoxer says, no easy games for anyone this time of season. Ian, I agree with you. I just want it to come off someone's backside in the 90th minute. Even if Everson had gone up for a corner at 0-0 and it comes off his great big backside and goes in the back of the net and we win 1-0, I'd be over the moon.
That was scenes, mate. It wouldn't just be happy. It was scenes if Everson scores somehow.
Can you imagine? It'd be like, oh, this is way before your time. Older viewers will know this. Jimmy Glass against for Carlisle. He came up, scored in the 96th minute to stop them going down into the conference. Some of the older fans, you're probably a bit too young for this. Some of the older fans will know what I'm on about. But Jimmy Glass, Google Jimmy Glass, Reedy, when you finished here. Nigel Pearson was in charge of Carlisle and he stopped them going down into the conference. Absolutely scenes there was there. Absolutely. And that's what it'll be like tomorrow.
I thought you were going to say the Schmeichel goal.
No. What, against Yeovil that wasn't given?
I don't know. All I remember is Schmeichel scoring and it didn't get given to him.
No, this was way before then. Somebody might be able to tell me. I know Ben Morgan's just said, but it was like 96, 7, something like that. I can't remember exactly what year it was, but yeah, Jimmy Glass, unbelievable. Google Jimmy Glass, read it after this, and you'll love it. Fantastic goal he scored. And then they didn't sign him the next year. They buggered him off. They says, no, we don't want you now. And he's just saved him loads of money. He's a taxi driver now. But Reedy, come on then, pal. You're going tomorrow. What do you want to see tomorrow? Like Maxine's just said, I want to see some real fight now. Is that what you want? Because since the Irishman has gone, him who has not been named, that drained the life out of a lot of the players, it seems like the players have picked up the baton and started showing a bit of fight, a bit of passion, and a bit of wanting to stay up.
Again, it's hard because as much as it's been better because we've got more points, the performances have been there, I guess, but it's not great. It's still not awful. It's still not perfect, sorry. So, again, Everton, I don't think had the greatest performance, but then again, I thought Leeds were outstanding and we just couldn't get the winner. And it was hard to see how long it took us to get a goal against Leeds. So, again, I just want to see some fight. Again, Fulham are there for the taking. We've got to go for them. And I just hope we can get the first goal because the last, 7 or 8 games in a row we've conceded first and it's killed us. So it's just so hard to take. And we've just got to go in there with the front foot and just go for the win because if we win, it will be a massive, massive step up to staying up.
Yeah, like the Facebook users, like I said, I can't see your name. Sorry, pal. We need to get stuck in and put a shift in and win it. Yes. Another. I forgot how dry I get when I'm doing these shows. Can't see us winning tomorrow, but I hope I'm wrong. I hope you're wrong. Whoever that Facebook user is, I'm 100% hope you're wrong. Play Dennis Pratt tomorrow, says Chris. Well, yes, I agree with that. Jimmy Glass has just Googled it. Aggie's just Googled it. 1999 it was, Reedy.
My day, yeah, it was my year I was born.
It was. Oh, so you wouldn't even known about that. But yeah, Google it and you'll see it. I think me and Aggie are old enough to know and understand what that meant to Carlisle there. So really, what did you say the score's going to be? Everyone put your scores in the comments.
Didn't ask me for a score, but I'll give you
Didn't I? Sorry.
No, you just tell me what you want.
You're going tomorrow. What score do you think it's going to be?
I'm going to go for a 2-0. I'm going to go 2-0. I want to see a clean sheet. They ain't got Mitrovic in there, so I'm sorry, but we should be there. We should be there to take them on. So we should be winning, and yeah. I don't see him scoring. I'm sorry. With Iverson in goal, the last few games, as much as he conceded a few, he's done outstanding to keep goals out of the net. So I'm going to go for a 2-0. And hopefully we can get a clean sheet, and it pushes on.
If you see Alan on the bus tomorrow, don't tell him he's not allowed to go for a Desmond. That's my score. He's not allowed to say 2-2. That's my score. But even I'm not saying that I'm going for a City win, but I don't think it'll be a clean sheet like you think, Reedy. I know I want a clean sheet to give confidence to Everson. I think I'm going for a 2-1 win, something like that. Yeah, I'm going for a 2-1.
Thing is, there's a lot of people here. Well, not a lot of people, but there's some people here are saying a draw. Are they happy with a draw away? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'll be happy with a draw. As much as we say Leeds was a good draw, because it was, because we got back into it late on, but
Leeds would have been a fantastic draw if we'd got 3 points at Everton.
yes. But people are saying as well, someone said to me, and that's what made me have a lot positive look on it. He said if you would have took a draw at Everton and a win at Fulham, because you're still getting 4 points either way. But I said it'd be better to get a win at Everton and draw here. So, like
Nick just says, he's used my mantra: if you can't win away, don't lose.
I
think at the minute, Nick, I totally agree with you that comment. If you can't win, do not lose. But I think it's time that
if you draw to Fulham, you've got to get a win out of Liverpool or Newcastle.
Yeah.
And that's not great because you don't want to go to the final day having to win it. You want to at least draw that West Ham game and stay up.
Andrew, not underestimating Fulham. Fulham can be a difficult game to go to. I'm just hoping they're on the beach. Me and Reedy are hoping they're on the beach. Hopefully they're all in Alcúdia Beach tomorrow. It'd be absolutely fantastic if they are. Can't see it, but hopefully they're on the beach. Right then, that's me done. I'll be back next week. I'm back here all summer. You can't get rid of it that easy, Reader. You tried. I'm always. You can borrow my show on a Sunday morning, but you can't keep it, pal.
I don't want it. It's all right, mate.
Oh, you don't want it. No one wants my show. It's harder, and it's not even an aftermath show at the minute. It's an aftermath preview show, which makes it even harder to do.
Well, hey ho.
Hey ho. But Reedy, cheers for joining me, pal, and we'll see you later in the week, pal.
Yep, no worries. And
make sure you get your face on that photo yet again, like you did last week, or the Wolves game, whenever it was.
Yeah, and then make sure you check out Phil's post-match show on Tuesday because he's doing his
fan show on Tuesday, is he?
He's doing that because those next for like 2 Mondays are going to be all Mondays. So yeah, he'll be doing his shows on Tuesday. Is
it going to be a Magic Monday, or are we going to be singing the Boomtown Rats song? I don't like Mondays. Tell me why. That's for the old fans as well, really. You probably don't know that one.
No, I'll just sing I'll just sing Three Little Birds after the game tomorrow, mate.
Three Little Birds. How does that go, Reedy? Come on, sing it to us.
I'm not singing it, mate.
Everyone on the Conquer After Bus tomorrow, get Reedy to sing Three Little Birds.
Do you know what it is?
No, I don't actually.
How do you not know what Three Little Birds is?
Well, I have heard of Three Birds, but not Three Little Birds.
Isn't it Three Little Birds? I thought it was three.
I don't know. Either I've watched the wrong video or not listened to it right. All right then, Reedy. I shall speak to you tomorrow, pal.
No worries. See you in a bit.
Well, not tomorrow, through the week, mate. Cheers for joining us. Cheers, all. Well, there's another aftermath show. Well, aftermath preview show, whatever you want to call it. Are we going to be toast? I don't know. Bob Marley. Everything's gonna be all right. Don't worry about a thing. Magic Monday by the Bangles. That's what the song should be. Magic Monday by the Bangles. Or if we lose, whoever the Facebook, like I say, Boomtown Rats, I don't like Mondays. But it's been much appreciated for you for getting up nice and early and watching me. Remember, from now on, it is 9:30 every Sunday morning. It's my summer hours. I'm back at work, loving life at work in Alcúdia. If you're anywhere near Alcúdia tomorrow, watching me anywhere in Mallorca, come and watch the game with me tomorrow, 4:00 kickoff. I'm the only place in Alcúdia to have it on. Come and watch me tomorrow, lads and lasses. Cheers all. Ciao, ciao. Adios. Goodbye. Yo, from Dudley Like, top of the morning.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.